There are worlds you cannot see. Worlds hiding beneath the cities we walk above, behind walls of stone, under the heavy silence of the earth. Abandoned tunnels that guard secrets known only to darkness. Entire cities built to escape something we cannot see, and passageways that swallowed a history never told. Why were they built? Who lived in them? And what still waits in the depths? Prepare for a journey beneath the surface, where every step brings you closer to a truth we were never meant to discover.
Beneath the bustling streets of Helsinki, Finland, lies a vast and highly sophisticated subterranean network known as the underground city. Far more than a series of simple tunnels, this sprawling system consists of approximately 500 separate facilities, interconnected by around 300 kilometers of railway tunnels, weaving their way throughout the city. Originally built with national security in mind, this underground infrastructure is a remarkable example of urban planning that combines everyday convenience, recreation, and emergency preparedness. The underground city is capable of serving as a shelter for up to 750,000 people, which is actually more than the entire population of Helsinki above ground. Stocked with water reservoirs and food supplies, it is designed to sustain its residents for up to 14 days in the event of a disaster or war. The network spans an area of roughly 300,000 square meters and houses a surprising array of facilities, including shopping centers, a hockey rink, go-kart tracks, swimming pools, a church, and wastewater treatment systems. These amenities make the underground city not only a functional emergency shelter, but also a place where people can live, work, and enjoy recreational activities during normal times.
To ensure sustainability and comfort, the underground city uses geothermal heating, helping to reduce energy consumption and minimize carbon emissions. It is equipped with state-of-the-art air and drinking water filtration systems, along with toilets, beds, and stored food, allowing it to function as a fully self-contained environment. The entire system was planned and built during periods of tension with Russia, providing the Finnish population with a secure refuge in case of conflict or military attack. Despite its emergency role, most parts of the underground city are open to the public, seamlessly integrating into the daily life of the city. One of the most notable attractions is the underground church, which has become a major tourist destination, drawing over 500,000 visitors annually. Its serene architecture and unique location beneath the city streets make it a memorable stop for anyone exploring Helsinki.
In the event of a national emergency, Finnish authorities have established a 72-hour target for converting these public spaces into fully operational shelters. This preparation ensures that, should the need arise, the underground city can quickly transform from a vibrant urban environment into a secure and self-sufficient refuge. The underground city of Helsinki is a striking example of engineering, foresight, and resilience. It demonstrates how urban design can simultaneously meet the needs of everyday life and safeguard an entire population against disaster. By combining practicality, sustainability, and comprehensive emergency planning, Helsinki has created one of the world's most advanced and versatile underground networks, hidden beneath the surface yet ready to protect and serve its citizens whenever needed.
Beneath the lively streets of Portland, Oregon, lies a shadowy network of passageways known as the Shanghai Tunnels, one of the city's most mysterious and infamous landmarks. These tunnels, also called the Old Portland Underground, were constructed in the 19th century, primarily to connect the bustling waterfront along the Willamette River with downtown establishments such as saloons, hotels, and warehouses. In their early years, they served a practical and legitimate purpose, allowing merchants to move goods safely and efficiently between ships and businesses without navigating the muddy and crowded streets above. However, over time, the tunnels gained a far darker reputation. According to local legends, the Shanghai tunnels were used for a sinister practice known as Shanghaiing, the kidnapping of unsuspecting men who were then forced to work as sailors on ships bound for destinations across the Pacific. The term itself comes from the Chinese port city of Shanghai, one of the common destinations for ships leaving Portland during the late 1800s. Victims were allegedly drugged, knocked unconscious, or trapped through secret doors in taverns and boarding houses. Once captured, they were smuggled through the tunnels to the waterfront, where they would awaken on board a departing vessel with no way home.
Though historians debate the extent of these activities, many believe that Portland's seedy reputation during this era gave rise to a thriving underground crime scene. The city was a major port, and labor shortages made such forced recruitment an easy way for ship captains to fill their crews. Some stories even claim that trapdoors, known as deadfalls, were built into the floors of certain bars and inns. A man could be enjoying a drink one moment and the next find himself plunging into darkness, only to wake up miles out to sea. Beyond Shanghaiing, the tunnels are also rumored to have been used for illegal gambling, opium dens, smuggling, and other underground activities during Portland's rough-and-tumble early days. Over the years, the stories have taken on an almost ghostly quality. Visitors and locals alike have reported hearing strange echoes, footsteps, and even disembodied voices while exploring the dimly lit corridors. Some claim that the spirits of kidnapped sailors and unfortunate victims still wandered the tunnels, forever trapped beneath the city that once consumed them. Today, much of the Shanghai tunnels has been sealed off or destroyed due to urban development, but sections remain accessible through guided tours. These tours offer a haunting look into Portland's hidden past, taking visitors down narrow stairways into the cold, damp earth below. There, amid crumbling brick walls and the faint smell of history, guides recount tales of greed, corruption, and human suffering, stories that have become woven into the fabric of Portland's identity. Whether every legend is true or not, the Shanghai tunnels remain a powerful symbol of Portland's complex history, a reminder that beneath even the most modern of cities, there can lie a world of mystery, darkness, and forgotten lives waiting to be rediscovered. Tucked away in the province of Kariz, in southern Spain's Andalusia region, lies one of the most extraordinary and visually striking towns in the world, Setenil de las Bodegas. This picturesque, whitewashed village seems almost like a scene from a fantasy world, where houses, cafes, and even entire streets are built directly under massive rock overhangs. Around 3,000 residents call Setenil home, quite literally living beneath the cliffs that loom above their heads. The sight is so surreal that many visitors find themselves wondering, how did those giant rocks end up on top of these buildings? The answer lies in the town's unique geography. Setenil de las Bodegas was built along a narrow gorge carved over thousands of years by the Rio Trejo, a small river that cut deep into the surrounding limestone. Instead of removing the natural rock formations, early inhabitants cleverly built their homes into the cliffside, using the stone as both roof and wall. This remarkable integration of architecture and nature gives the impression that the enormous rocks are swallowing the houses whole, a dramatic illusion that makes Setenil de las Bodegas one of the most photographed places in Spain. But there's more to Setenil's charm than just its unusual appearance. The decision to build homes beneath the rock was not merely aesthetic, it was highly practical. In a region known for scorching summers and chilly winters, the thick stone overhangs provide natural insulation.
The rock keeps interiors cool in summer and warm in winter, eliminating the need for air conditioning or heating. Instead of constructing entire buildings, locals simply built facades and extensions onto the natural rock, blending human craftsmanship seamlessly with the landscape. It's an ingenious example of sustainable architecture that has endured for centuries. Sentinel's history stretches back to prehistoric times. Archaeological findings suggest that humans have lived in this area for thousands of years, drawn to the natural shelter provided by the cliffs and caves. The town's name itself has ancient roots. Sentinel is derived from the Latin septem nihil, meaning 7 times nothing, a reference to the 7 failed attempts by Christian forces to capture the fortress from the Moors during the Reconquista in the 15th century. De las Bodegas was later added due to the flourishing wine production that once defined the region.
Today, Sentinel de las Bodegas is a beloved tourist destination, attracting visitors from all over the world who come to stroll through its winding streets, enjoy tapas in cave-side restaurants, and marvel at the sight of enormous rock roofs towering above them. The most famous streets, Calle Cuevas del Sol and Calle Cuevas de la Sombra, run parallel along the river, one bathed in sunlight, the other forever shaded by the massive rock canopy above. More than just a curiosity, Sentinel stands as a living example of human adaptability and harmony with nature. Here, people have turned a geological challenge into a masterpiece of coexistence, a town where stone and civilization are so perfectly intertwined that it's hard to tell where one ends and the other begins.
Beneath the sun-drenched surface of Kish Island, off the southern coast of Iran, lies one of the most fascinating feats of ancient engineering. Kariz-e-Kish, also known simply as the Kish Kanat. Believed to have been built around 2,500 years ago, this extraordinary network of underground tunnels stands as a lasting testament to Persian ingenuity in water management, centuries before the invention of modern plumbing systems. Covering an area of more than 10,000 square meters and reaching depths of up to 16 meters, Kariz-e-Kish was originally designed to collect, purify, and distribute fresh water for the island's inhabitants. Living on a small, arid island surrounded by the Persian Gulf posed enormous challenges. Rain was scarce and seawater was undrinkable. Yet the people of ancient Kish devised a solution so advanced that it sustained generations. A series of hand-dug tunnels and wells that channeled water through the earth, using gravity to filter and cool it naturally before storing it in large underground reservoirs. What makes Kariz-e-Kish even more remarkable is its geological setting. The ceilings of these tunnels, some rising up to 8 meters high, were carved through what was once an ancient seabed. As a result, the walls and ceilings are covered in fossilized shells, coral fragments, and marine life, remnants of a world that existed millions of years before humans. Scientific testing carried out by researchers at the Technical University of Munich dated these marine fossils to between 53 and 570 million years old, a staggering time span that adds both beauty and scientific significance to the site. Walking through the tunnels today feels like stepping into a living museum, where ancient human craftsmanship meets the untouched story of the Earth's prehistoric oceans. For centuries, Kariz-e-Kish served as the island's lifeline, ensuring a reliable water supply for drinking, farming, and daily use. But as time passed and new technologies emerged, including desalination and modern piping systems, the Kanat gradually became obsolete. The tunnels were eventually abandoned and left to the sands of time, hidden and largely forgotten beneath the modern city above.
That changed in recent decades when Iranian archaeologists and developers began to rediscover and restore the tunnels. Recognizing their immense historical and architectural value, they transformed parts of the subterranean city into an accessible space for the public. Today, visitors can wander through illuminated corridors that once carried fresh water, now filled with cafes, art galleries, souvenir shops, and cultural exhibits. The result is a stunning blend of ancient heritage and modern creativity, a place where history breathes again through art, light, and conversation. Kariz-e-Kish has become one of the island's top tourist attractions, offering travelers not just a glimpse into ancient Persian engineering, but also a deeper appreciation of how human innovation has always been intertwined with nature. Beneath its fossil-covered ceilings and cool, echoing tunnels, the site tells a story of endurance, how a civilization turned geological history into a source of life, and how that legacy continues to inspire awe thousands of years later. Beneath the bustling streets of Manhattan, a bold and futuristic idea once promised to change the way people experience public parks forever: the Low Line. Inspired by the enormous success of the High Line, a former elevated railway transformed into a lush green walkway on Manhattan's west side, the Low Line was envisioned as its underground counterpart, the world's first subterranean park. The concept was as daring as it was imaginative: to take an abandoned trolley terminal beneath the Lower East Side and breathe new life into it using cutting-edge technology and natural light. The unused terminal, located beneath the Lancy Street, was originally built in 1908 as part of the Williamsburg Bridge Trolley Terminal. For decades, it served as a transportation hub connecting commuters between Brooklyn and Manhattan. However, when the trolley system was shut down in 1948, the sprawling underground space was sealed off and forgotten, a hidden relic of New York's industrial past. That was until two visionaries, James Ramsey, a former NASA engineer and founder of Rod Studio, and Dan Barash, decided to transform this dark, forgotten void into something revolutionary. Their ambitious plan, first announced in the early 20-teens, proposed turning the one-acre terminal into a lush, green, underground park, one filled with trees, plants, and pathways, all sustained by real sunlight redirected beneath the Earth's surface. The key innovation behind this dream was a technology known as remote skylights. Using an intricate system of reflectors, mirrors, and fiber optic cables, sunlight from above ground would be captured, concentrated, and transmitted below. The light would then disperse naturally throughout the space, bright enough to nourish plants and even small trees. Because the light came from the sun, not artificial sources, it would still include the full spectrum of natural wavelengths, giving the park a warm, lifelike glow. Visitors underground would feel as though they were standing beneath real daylight, even though they were several meters below the city's surface.
To demonstrate the concept, the creators built a low-line lab in a nearby warehouse in 2015. The lab served as both a working prototype and a public exhibit, allowing people to experience the technology firsthand. Inside, more than 3,000 plants thrived under the redirected sunlight, proving that the system could sustain life underground. The project attracted widespread media attention and strong community support, symbolizing a new frontier in urban design, a marriage between sustainability, innovation, and art. Despite its immense promise, the Low Line faced challenges with funding and city approval, and as of now, construction has not yet begun. Still, the idea remains an enduring symbol of New York's creativity and ambition, a glimpse into what future cities might look like if engineers and architects continue to rethink the relationship between nature and urban space. The Low Line reminds us that even in a city of steel and stone, there are endless possibilities for green spaces to flourish, not only above the skyline, but also deep beneath our feet, where imagination and technology can turn darkness into light.
Deep beneath the colorful streets of Guanajuato, Mexico, lies a hidden world of history, mystery, and legend, a sprawling network known as Los Túneles de Guanajuato. These tunnels, which weave beneath the colonial city like veins of stone, date back to the 16th century, when Guanajuato was one of the richest silver mining regions in the world. Originally, they were constructed to help transport silver ore from the surrounding mines to smelting factories and storage areas, ensuring the precious metal could move safely and efficiently through the steep, narrow terrain of the valley. As the city grew over the centuries, these underground passages evolved beyond their original purpose. In the 19th century, during the Mexican War of Independence, the tunnels played a crucial role once again, this time not for industry, but for rebellion. The revolutionaries who rose against Spanish colonial rule often used the tunnels as hideouts and escape routes, taking advantage of their labyrinthine design to evade capture and move unseen beneath the city. These secret passages became a symbol of resistance and resilience, preserving the stories of those who fought for Mexico's freedom.
Today, the tunnels still form the backbone of Guanajuato, though now they serve a very different function. As the city expanded in modern times, the tunnels were adapted into underground roadways to help manage traffic through the hilly landscape. Drivers today navigate beneath the historic buildings, moving through arched stone corridors lit by golden lamps, an experience that feels as much like a journey through time as a daily commute. Yet, perhaps the most famous and eerie part of Guanajuato's underground world is not the tunnels themselves, but one of the attractions hidden near them, the Museo de las Momias, or Museum of the Mummies. This peculiar and world-renowned museum houses a collection of naturally mummified bodies discovered in a nearby cemetery, the Panteón Municipal de Santa Paula. The mummification occurred naturally due to the area's unique climatic and mineral conditions, which preserved the bodies without any human intervention.
In the 19th century, local authorities began exhuming some of the graves, because families who could not afford to pay burial taxes had to surrender the remains of their loved ones. To their astonishment, they found many of the corpses perfectly preserved, their skin, hair, and clothing almost intact. Over time, the discovery sparked public fascination, and the mummies were moved to a museum that now draws visitors from all over the world. The Museum of the Mummies has become one of Guanajuato's most famous attractions, offering a haunting yet captivating glimpse into the past. Each mummy tells a story of life, death, and the strange ways nature can preserve both. Together, Los Túneles de Guanajuato and the Museo de los Mummies embody the city's rich and layered history. From its glittering silver mining days to its revolutionary struggles, and from the depths of the earth to the mysteries of mortality. In Guanajuato, the past truly lives beneath your feet.
Beneath the bustling metropolis of Tokyo, one of the most advanced cities on Earth, lies a colossal underground structure that looks more like a scene from a science fiction movie than a piece of civil engineering. Officially known as the Metropolitan Area Outer Underground Discharge Channel, this remarkable facility is often nicknamed the Floodwater Cathedral, and for good reason. With its towering pillars and immense underground chambers, it stands as one of humanity's most impressive defenses against natural disaster. The origins of this project trace back to the mid-20th century, when Japan was struck by a series of devastating floods. In particular, Typhoon Kathleen, 1947, and Typhoon Kanagawa, 1949, caused widespread destruction across the Tokyo region. With Tokyo sitting in a low-lying basin crisscrossed by multiple rivers, including the Edogawa, Nakagawa, and Ara rivers, even moderate rainfall could lead to catastrophic flooding. As the city expanded through the post-war decades, the risk only grew, and it became clear that conventional flood defenses like levees and canals were no longer enough. Construction of the metropolitan area outer underground discharge channel began in 1992, led by Japan's Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism, and it took 14 years to complete. When it finally opened in 2006, the project had cost around $2 billion, but it created a system unlike any other in the world. The complex stretches over 6 kilometers, 3.7 miles, beneath the city of Kasukabe, north of central Tokyo. It consists of 5 enormous vertical silos, each one large enough to fit the Statue of Liberty, connected by vast tunnels that can channel floodwaters away from the city's vulnerable districts. At the heart of the system lies the main pressure-adjusting tank, a cavernous chamber supported by 59 massive concrete pillars, each weighing over 500 tons. This awe-inspiring space, which some call the underground Parthenon, serves as the final holding area for excess floodwater before it is pumped safely into the Edo River. The chamber can store up to 670,000 cubic meters of water, enough to fill several Olympic swimming pools many times over. When rivers begin to overflow, sensors and gates automatically redirect the floodwater into the tunnels and silos. Then, a system of massive turbine pumps, among the most powerful in the world, kicks into action. These pumps are capable of moving 200 tons of water per second, or roughly enough to empty an Olympic-sized swimming pool in just a few seconds. The entire process is carefully monitored and controlled to ensure that Tokyo's neighborhoods remain dry even during the most intense storms. As climate change continues to intensify rainfall and increase the frequency of typhoons, Tokyo's underground flood defenses face growing challenges. Yet the metropolitan area outer underground discharge channel remains a symbol of Japanese ingenuity, resilience, and preparedness. Beyond its technical brilliance, the facility even welcomes visitors on guided tours, allowing the public to step into what feels like a subterranean temple, a silent guardian protecting one of the world's largest cities from the forces of nature. Hidden in Dayton, Ohio, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is one of the most famous military installations in the United States, not just for its aviation history, but for its enduring reputation as a hub of mystery and speculation. At the center of this intrigue is the notorious Hangar 18, a massive, highly secure facility that has long been rumored to contain evidence of extraterrestrial life and UFO technology. The story of Hangar 18 is closely tied to the infamous 1947 Roswell incident, when a UFO allegedly crashed near Roswell, New Mexico. According to conspiracy theories and eyewitness accounts, the wreckage from the crash, along with small, gray-skinned alien bodies, was transported to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base for study. Over the years, these claims expanded, with some reports suggesting that multiple UFO crashes occurred in the United States before 1952, and that alien remains from these events were also stored in Hangar 18. One particularly sensational story even claims that 16 extraterrestrial bodies were kept at the base. The secrecy surrounding the hangar only fueled public fascination, So much so that when Senator Barry Goldwater requested a tour, he was denied access and warned never to ask again, reinforcing the aura of conspiracy and classified information. While Hangar 18 dominates UFO lore, the base and surrounding area also have more mundane underground structures. Nearby Wright State University has a network of pedestrian tunnels connecting buildings designed purely for safety and convenience, allowing students to move between classrooms without exposure to harsh weather. These tunnels, while functional, are sometimes mentioned alongside Hangar 18 in stories about hidden corridors beneath the Dayton area, adding another layer of mystique to the region. Over the decades, Hangar 18 has inspired countless books, movies, and TV shows, making it a central symbol in American UFO mythology. Visitors, enthusiasts, and conspiracy theorists continue to speculate about what might really be hidden inside the hangar's reinforced walls. Some believe it holds recovered spacecraft, alien technology, and classified research, while others remain skeptical, arguing that the stories are exaggerations or myths designed to capture the public imagination. Regardless of the truth, Hangar 18 has become a cultural phenomenon representing the intersection of military secrecy, extraterrestrial curiosity, and the human fascination with the unknown. Its legend endures, keeping people guessing about what might truly be stored behind those heavily guarded doors, and reminding the world that, even in an age of satellites and instant communication, some secrets remain buried, or perhaps just out of this world. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, with its rich history in aviation and research, remains a place where reality and speculation collide. And while most of the base's activities are undoubtedly routine military operations, Hangar 18 continues to capture imaginations, proving that some stories are so compelling that they survive decades of silence, secrecy, and unanswered questions.
In an era marked by increasing natural disasters, political unrest, and fears of global catastrophes, Robert Vicino, founder of the Vivos Group, has turned survival into a large-scale vision. His plan is ambitious: to create a network of underground bunkers designed to allow people to survive virtually any major disaster, from nuclear attacks to earthquakes, floods, and extreme weather. Vicino's concept goes far beyond ordinary emergency shelters. He envisions fortified subterranean communities where humans can live safely for months or even years while the world above faces crisis. The first of these bunkers is located near Barstow, California, strategically placed in the desert to maximize security and isolation while remaining accessible. This facility is engineered to withstand a wide range of catastrophic events, including nuclear blasts, extreme heat, earthquakes, flooding, and strong winds. Inside, it can accommodate up to 200 people who would have access to a self-sustaining supply of food, water, and medical provisions sufficient to last an entire year. The bunkers are designed to be more than just survival spaces. They include living quarters, communal areas, and systems for power, ventilation, and sanitation, all engineered to maintain safety and comfort underground for extended periods. Vicino's vision doesn't stop at a single facility. He plans to build 20 bunkers near major cities across the United States, creating a network capable of sheltering around 4,000 people. These bunkers are intended to be refuges for people from all walks of life, bringing together diverse communities under the shared goal of survival. Vicino refers to them as modern Noah's Arks, a nod to the ancient biblical story of preserving life during the Great Flood. Beyond human survival, the bunkers are planned as repositories for DNA samples of all living things, creating a kind of genetic library to ensure that flora, fauna, and even microbial life could be preserved in case of an extinction-level event. The idea is both futuristic and controversial. While the technology and engineering behind these bunkers are undeniably impressive, the project comes with a substantial financial cost, limiting access to those who can afford the high price of long-term survival underground. Critics have questioned the ethics of creating private refuges for a select few while leaving the majority of the population exposed to global risks. Nevertheless, Vicino's vision taps into a deep human instinct, the desire to protect life and preserve civilization, even in the face of extreme danger. For those who invest in the Vivos bunkers, the promise is clear: a secure, self-contained sanctuary where families and communities can survive the apocalypse together. The combination of state-of-the-art engineering, self-sufficient systems, and a forward-thinking approach to biodiversity makes Vivos one of the most ambitious underground survival projects in the world. Whether motivated by fear, curiosity, or a desire to be part of a unique experiment in human resilience, thousands of people have shown interest, highlighting a growing fascination with apocalyptic preparedness in the modern era. In the end, Vivos represents not just a bunker network, but a vision of humanity's ability to endure and adapt, a modern attempt at ensuring that life, in all its forms, can continue even when the world above is under threat.